enthusiasm, or in layman's terms, being a train geek is a very niche hobby indeed. That being said, there's a lot of subsections within the hobby. Just because they both like trains does not mean a volunteer at the Heritage Railway is also automatically a railway modeler. But if there was one factor which seems to crop up everywhere, from modelling to heritage railways, even to the integral history of the hobby itself, it's money. But if there was a second option... Come on, we've all watched Thomas at some point. We're train geeks. You literally walk into a cinema to see a film just because there was a 3-second clip of a steam train in the trailer. Thomas is literally unavoidable if you're into this hobby. If there is an event or a location even remotely related to trains, boom, there he is. Now, it might come to some surprise to some of you, but just because one likes trains does not mean one automatically likes Thomas the Tank Engine. Just because I made 4 completely unrelated train animations does not mean I also unironically make Thomas videos. Back to the point. We've all seen or heard it. You see a post or a video of, let's say, an LNER A4 Pacific, and in the comments there's this one guy saying, "Hey look, it's Spencer." Heck, I've been to the National Railway Museum in York, and as soon as people lay eyes on the Stirling 8-foot, they just go, "Oh look, that's Emily." Mum. No, this isn't bad, of course, it's just a stark reminder that children exist. It's just a stark reminder that some idiots take things at face value. It just goes to show that Thomas is both a blessing and a curse to the more serious enthusiast. And I don't mean serious as in no nonsense, no fun allowed, I want it completely historically accurate. No, I mean it in the way as I appreciate trains for the historic value they have. I won't be the one to sit here and declare that people playing trains is a serious hobby, but when the aspects of the hobby they like is the reality aspect of it, it subconsciously takes a double take to hear some people ground your passion in fiction. The best example I could give, which equates to this, is when you ask a paleontologist if a Spinosaur ever killed a Tyrannosaurus Rex. They instantly know you're asking that because you saw it in Jurassic Park. So they just roll their eyes, because at that point, those films have become so ingrained in our culture that you'd be forgiven for taking it at face value. Now, I have to tread carefully here, because I happen to know there is a substantial number in my audience who actually does like Thomas the Tank Engine a lot. So please understand, this isn't coming from a place of hatred, it's coming from a place of passion. That being said, no, not every Fofro is Edward, no, not every tram is Toby, and no, not every Pioneer tank is Duck. Thomas has been ingrained in culture to the extent that he influenced how the general public tend to view steam trains, which to them, remember, all look generic. They don't see the difference between a Great Western Castle and an LNER A1. Remember, there are people who think that any A4 is Mallard, which is of course stupid and wrong, and I would personally like to educate. The general public can relate an image of a steam loco far more with one with a face and a name than with the loco's class and a running number. And with Thomas being such a phenomenon among young kids, parents will be able to identify that one loco with a saddle tank as looking like that one character in the show their kids watch. As soon as something has a name and a remarkable look, each thing which now looks like said thing will be compared to said thing or mistaken for said thing. I'm saying thing a lot. And about those YouTube commenters, I have a whole nother thing to say. We all know how the internet works. Despite children under 30 not being allowed on most sites, including YouTube, they will find a way. And let's be frank, there's a far higher chance of someone instantly commenting how X loco looks like Y character from Thomas, being a parentheses, young parentheses close, child. So keep that in mind. You can grumble about them all you like, just keep it to yourself. They're kids. They're allowed to be stupid. Don't hold their age against them. To get back to Thomas, people who simply don't know any better can more easily identify with him than they can with Jubilee class number 45699 Galaxy. Nobody blames Flying Scotsman for being a fan favourite. Why would you blame Thomas? You also have to keep in mind that because of Thomas, a lot of heritage railways can keep afloat. They make a lot of money from those Day Out with Thomas events.
40 to 45% of the Mid-Hampshire's entire annual revenue comes from 2 Thomas events. Children started the preservation movement, children keep it going.
Is it annoying that people keep looking at the railway hobby through a lens of colourful talking trains with faces? Of course it is. But if it wasn't for Thomas, a lot of things would now have been different. Not to mention the interest Thomas has created for railways on an international scale, because trust me, that's an entire video on its own.